Once upon a time, in a peaceful community in Nigeria, there lived a young man named Kelvin. Kelvin was the only child of a very wealthy family. His parents loved him dearly and had big dreams for his future. They wanted him to take over the family's large businesses one day. In the same community, there was a beautiful girl named Victoria. Unlike Kelvin, Victoria came from a very poor family. Her parents didn't have much money, but they were rich in love and kindness. Victoria was known for her warm smile and kind heart, which made everyone in the village admire her. As fate would have it, both Kelvin and Victoria were very smart. Kelvin's parents sent him to study in America, hoping he would gain all the knowledge needed to run their businesses. At the same time, Victoria received a scholarship to study in the same school as Kelvin in America. Even though they came from different backgrounds, they soon met and became good friends. Over time, their friendship blossomed into love. They spent many happy days studying together, sharing their dreams, and planning their future. When they graduated, Kelvin decided it was time to introduce Victoria to his parents. He was sure they would love her just as much as he did. When they returned to Nigeria, Kelvin proudly introduced Victoria to his parents. At first, his parents were impressed by Victoria's beauty and intelligence. But when they asked about her family and found out that she came from a poor background, their smiles faded. They were disappointed and believed Victoria was only interested in Kelvin for his money. They told Kelvin he couldn't marry Victoria because she wasn't from a wealthy family like theirs. They even called her a gold digger, which broke Victoria's heart. Kelvin was very sad. He loved his parents, but he loved Victoria too. He knew she was a good person who loved him for who he was, not for his money. So, despite his parents' wishes, Kelvin and Victoria made a brave decision. They decided to move to another country, get married, and start a new life far away from the pressures of society. When Kelvin's parents learned about their plan, they became very worried. They realized they might lose their only child forever. After thinking it over, they finally agreed to let Kelvin marry Victoria. They understood that their son's happiness was more important than anything else. Kelvin and Victoria had a beautiful wedding surrounded by friends and family. Over time, Kelvin's parents saw how much Victoria loved their son and how good she was to him. They realized they had judged her unfairly and apologized for their mistake. From that day on, they accepted Victoria as their daughter, and they all lived happily ever after, as one big, loving family.